What is a system of equations? A system of equation is when you have two linear equations that are related to each other. So these are two equations that can be compared to one another that are dealing with the same word problem. If you were trying to compare two different companies or routes or whatever you need to see whatever the best option is. There are multiple ways that we could be solving a system of equations. One of the ways is by graphing them, which is probably the easiest way. Step number 2, or the option number 2 to solve, is for substitution. And the third way would be to eliminate to solve for a specific variable. So there are 3 ways to solve, and this unit is going to be showing you how to do all of these things. So your first step that you're going to be doing is graphing. Graphing is the most visual and probably what you're used to the most. So a system of equations is where you have a line that would be, or two lines that would be intersecting at a certain point, and this point is the solution point. So anytime that you are asked to find the solution, it needs to be an XY coordinate. Okay? So if there's just one point of intersection, which is the solution point, then that means that there is the option of having one solution. And again, it is an XY coordinate. There's other options that if I graph two lines and they are parallel to each other, that means that they will never intersect. And if they never intersect, then that means that they do not have a solution point. So whenever you have parallel lines, you're going to write no solution. And then the third option that you could see is where you have a line that is drawn, but as you're plotting the next line, it lands on the same exact thing that you've already graphed. So this is where you have two lines laying on top of each other. So if I'm looking for point of intersections, that means that every single point on these lines would be your solution point. Well, I'm not going to list all of those options, so I'm going to write down infinite solutions. So if I ever come across a line that is graphed on another line, that the two equations are the same, that would mean that they have infinite solutions.